Hi, Miranda. This is Tim Hansen calling. We're here to fix your Subaru. Yep. No problem. Thank you.
Well, I see you got a newer alternator and battery in here.
Yeah.
How long ago since that's been put in?
I don't know. I bought the car like that.
Okay, how long have you owned the car?
Since March 1st.
All right, March 1st of this year.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of problems are you having with it? You say the brakes need some work?
The brakes whistles.
Uh-huh.
You know, when I drive it, when I stop it. And another thing, I don't know what it is, but I could put some transmission in it, and it could be the right amount, and a whole bunch of smoke will come out the tailpipe when I take off until I run some of the transmission out of it. I don't know what problem that is either.
Okay, maybe if it's too full.
No, it don't be having anything in it.
Oh, it runs out?
No, it don't leak. I just think maybe it's some pressure or something, or maybe a hose ain't right.
Okay.
But I know it's not supposed to be a lot of smoke come out the tailpipe.
What color is the smoke?
It's gray.
All right, and does it smell kind of like burnt celery?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's burning transmission fluid.
So what does that mean?
There's a vacuum modulator off the back of the tranny, and sometimes when they go bad, it'll suck up transmission fluid. And does it shift all right? Or,
yeah, it shifts.
Okay. Well, let's check the tranny fluid here. When you check the tranny fluid, you want to check it while the car's running.
Okay.
When you check the oil, you want to check it when the car's off. Yeah, that looks all right.
Now, if I was to put another quart in there, saying that it does get enough, then it's got a smoke to come out of there until it gets back down to that part.
All right. Now, let me show you something about this transmission. There is another dipstick here off the top, right here. This is for the front differential. This does not take the red fluid. This takes gear oil like a manual transmission would. This is for the gear that drives the wheels. This is a separate fluid than what goes in there.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, sometimes these transmissions, they'll go bad because people either don't know this dipstick is there and they don't fill it up, or they put the wrong fluid in it, and then the transmission chunks out.
So I need a what time for that?
It takes a 80-90 gear lube, GL5 equivalent.
You need to write that down.
All right, it's basically the same stuff that would go in a manual transmission.
Oh.
Yeah, she's still good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, I'm glad I know about that.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, you might need to bleed the brakes on here. It feels kind of soft, like it's got air in the lines.
Oh.
Well, it's a lot easier to film and drive with an automatic. My car's a stick.
Is it?
Yeah.
It gets worse.
The noise went away when I turned the one direction. Also, this is the parking light. If you turn the car off, you can't turn the headlights with the car off. So if you have the car off, the key out, that turns the parking light on. If you ever find that the lights are on, you can't figure out how to turn them off, it's this switch up here.
Okay.
Yeah, some people don't know about that.
Okay.
Now, I wonder if the axle nuts could be tightened up all the way or not. Yeah. Yeah, the brake pedal feels kind of soft, but the noise might be the axle nut actually.
Yeah.
But it's also the squealing is the pad on the pad telling you that the brake needs change, but the fact that it's going away is telling me there might be something else going on along with the brakes.
Oh. So do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's probably a loose axle nut. That or the washers are installed backwards on there. These cars are designed a little bit different than everything else. These cars are, you know, kind of by themselves as far as design goes, so. And not a lot of people know about that. They just, you know, compare it to other cars and they don't know something specific about it. All right, I'm going to jab the brake real hard, so brace yourself. All right, I was going to see if any of the wheels locked up. Like, say for example, if one wheel locked up and the other one didn't, then it'll tell me, you know, there's air in the line on the one side on the tire that didn't lock up. So if one tire locked up, then that means that would be the only tire that was grabbing.
Oh.
Yeah, it seemed to grab evenly though.
But you see, when you hit a bump, how the steering wheel moves?
Uh-huh.
What that mean?
You might have a bent tie rod. The steering wheel's kind of off, cocked to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
My car's like that too, and I had to fix the suspension on the front when my buddy owned the car before me. Sometimes a bent part in the back will make the steering like that too, but I replaced one of the parts in the back and it still does that, so I'm thinking it's in the front.
Oh. Now what's that part called?
The lower control arm. Those kind of parts, that if I were to sell parts, it would be parts like that, because you won't be able to find those parts at an auto parts store. And, you know, you'd only be able to find them at a junkyard, but I've got spare parts. I actually have one for this side with me. Or not with me, but, you know, here in Milwaukee.
Oh.
And I'm going to be running back to Indiana here the next week and a half, bringing all my parts up. I got spare motors, spare heads.
Oh, yeah?
I got spare timing belts.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, I could even come up with a spare transmission. I know people's got transmissions laying around.
Oh.
Four-wheel drives, two-wheel drives, I can convert this to a two-wheel drive automatic. I can convert it to a four-wheel drive 5-speed. You know, as long as I have all the right parts, it all bolts up the same.